Boys, and maybe like one girl, Dukaness here with episode 7 of Trials, Tips, and Tutorials. We're going to talk about outnumbered situations again today. And I know I've already made one video on this topic, but I'm going to keep making them. The reason being, no matter how good or bad you are, fine, we all find ourselves in these situations. So you might only come out successful 4 or 5 times out of 100 situations. But if I can get that up to even 10, I feel like I'm giving you guys and your team a chance to win more rounds. And in my last video about this topic, I was sniping on Burning Shrine, which is definitely easier than using a shotgun in a 1v3 situation because you can keep distance between you and your opponents and you can get picks from safety. But I know not everybody snipes, and I haven't been sniping at all lately, so I wanted to show you guys how I get it done with a shotgun, and that's what this video is going to be about today. So I'm basically going to tell you a couple of things that I tend to keep in mind when I'm in a 1v3 situation, basically teaching you kind of what's going through my head, and then I'm going to show you an actual in-game example where I apply what I've talked about. So the first thing you want to do is identify that you are not going to win a 1v3 if all 3 guys are shooting at you at the same time. The best player in the world is not going to win that fight. So your goal is to split them up and challenge them one at a time, and you're effectively going to have 3 1v1 situations instead of 1 1v3 situation. If you've done a good job isolating one player and you win that 1v1 fight, your odds have drastically increased. And 1v2 situations are very interesting because there's only 3 possible outcomes. Either both teams charge their orb, in which case you can book it to your team's orbs and get a res and even the odds, or they'll split up, in which case you have another 1v1 engagement either on your team's orbs or on the orb of the enemy that you killed. And then there's the last case, which is the worst possible case, but the smartest case for your opponent, where they stay together and they keep covering the 2 orbs of your teammates. So the first thing we talked about was making sure you're not fighting everybody at the same time. You want to limit your engagements to 1v1, 3 1v1 situations. And right here, I'm dead if I try and attack anybody. I'm surrounded. So the first thing I'm going to do is get out of there and find a better place on the map where I can attack them one at a time. So the first thing I see is this convenient hole in the ground. I know they'll chase me if I run under there. Also, if they come down, I'm in shotgun range, so I'm going to get the kill as long as I see them first. And I should see them first, because I know where they're coming from, but they don't necessarily know where I am. I could have gone left or right or kept running or done a U-turn, so I have the advantage. That makes this a prime place to isolate one guy and pick up a kill, which I do right here. So now we're in that interesting 1v2 situation where the other team has to decide. Are they going to come after you and go for their buddy's res? Or are they going to keep watching your team's orbs? And initially, this team was doing the smart decision, which is cover my team's orbs as a group. And when that happens, you have to make it more interesting for them. You have to tempt them to come and get their buddy. And I did that here by moving around the map. You can see me moving around. I'm trying to get far enough away where the guy who's dead is saying, come get me, because he's too far away. And then, you know, I do a little pivot and come back. And it works out here. He comes down, he grabs the res, I managed to kill both of them, and now I'm in a one-on-one. So now that I've evened up the score, it's time to get some of my guys back. Biker's telling me there's a sniper watching his orb. In that situation, in the small window where your guy has been rezzed, but is still immune to damage, you have to put bullets down on the sniper so he misses his shot, or else your guy's just going to get picked off res, and then you're still in a one-on-one situation. As you can see here, I do exactly that. The guy misses his shot, Biker's up, Biker gets the other res, and then we go on and win the round. Which I'm not going to show you because the guy just runs around in circles for 30 seconds and it's super lame. So enjoy some clips that didn't make the top 10. That's it for today, guys. For now and going forward, I think I'm just going to save whatever 1v3s that are going to add value, and I'll make a video about each specific one with added commentary. I want to make sure I cover every important detail in every situation, which is why I do those freeze frames and take it really slow. I want you guys to take as much away from this as possible and be as prepared as possible for when you get into your own 1v3 situations. With that being said, if you did take something out of this video, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you all soon. Dukaness out.